Rich Mind, Rich Life. Written and published by Audiobooks. Every journey to abundance begins with a single powerful truth. Your mind creates your reality. This isn't merely positive thinking or wishful manifestation. It's a fundamental principle backed by neuroscience psychology and the lived experiences of countless successful people who have transformed their circumstances through the power of their thoughts. Your brain processes approximately 60,000 thoughts per day, each one contributing to the neural pathways that shape your decisions, actions, and ultimately your results. When it comes to wealth and abundance, these thought patterns act as the invisible architecture of your financial life. They determine whether you see opportunities or obstacles, whether you take calculated risks or remain paralyzed by fear, and whether you believe in your capacity to create wealth or accept scarcity as your default state. Lesson 1. How rich people think differently. Wealthy people operate with a fundamentally different set of mental patterns than those struggling with scarcity. This distinction goes far beyond simple positive thinking. It represents a complete paradigm shift in how they process information, make decisions, and interact with the world around them. The wealthy mind automatically seeks opportunities where others see obstacles. When faced with a challenge, wealthy thinkers ask, "How can I?" instead of stating, "I can't." This subtle but powerful difference creates a solution-oriented approach that opens doors others don't even notice. While most people see a failing business as a disaster, the wealthy mind recognizes it as a potential turnaround opportunity or a chance to acquire valuable assets at a discount. Risk perception marks another crucial difference in wealthy thinking. Rather than viewing risk as something to be avoided at all costs, prosperous people understand that calculated risks are necessary steps toward growth. They've learned to evaluate risk intelligently, weighing potential downsides against opportunities for expansion. This doesn't mean they're reckless. Quite the opposite. They often take fewer risks than others, but the risks they do take are researched and strategically sound. Time is another resource that wealthy minds approach differently. While many people trade their time directly for money, the wealthy focus on leveraging time through systems, investments, and the efforts of others. They understand that true wealth comes not from working harder, but from making their resources work harder for them. This mindset leads them to constantly seek ways to create value that isn't directly tied to their personal time investment. The wealthy also maintain a long-term perspective that shapes their daily decisions. While others focus on immediate gratification, the wealthy mind considers the compound effect of choices over time. This patience extends to their investment strategies, business decisions, and personal development. They're willing to sacrifice short-term comfort for long-term prosperity, understanding that meaningful wealth is built through consistent, sustainable actions rather than quick fixes. Another distinctive trait of wealthy thinking is the ability to maintain emotional distance from money decisions. While many people make financial choices based on fear, excitement, or other emotions, the wealthy approach money matters with logical analysis and strategic thinking. This doesn't mean they're cold or unfeeling. They simply recognize that emotional decisions rarely lead to optimal financial outcomes. Wealthy people also embrace a collaborative mindset rather than a competitive one. They understand that wealth creation isn't a zero-sum game. Someone else's success doesn't diminish their own opportunities. This perspective leads them to build networks, share knowledge, and create win-win situations that benefit multiple parties. They view competition as a way to improve and innovate rather than a battle for limited resources. The wealthy mind maintains unwavering accountability. While others might blame external circumstances for their financial situation, wealthy thinkers take full responsibility for their outcomes. This ownership mindset empowers them to make changes, adapt strategies, and persist through challenges rather than feeling victimized by circumstances beyond their control. Perhaps most importantly, wealthy people view money as a tool rather than an end goal. They understand that money is simply a means of creating value, solving problems, and achieving objectives. This perspective helps them maintain ethical standards and make decisions aligned with their values rather than purely pursuing profit. They recognize that sustainable wealth comes from providing value to others, not from taking advantage of them. These thought patterns weren't necessarily present from birth. They were developed through conscious choice and consistent practice. The good news is that these mental frameworks can be learned and adopted by anyone willing to examine their current thinking and make deliberate changes. The wealthy mind is not an exclusive club. It's an operating system available to all who choose to install it. Lesson 2. The mind is the gateway to wealth. The connection between mind and wealth becomes evident when we examine how our beliefs influence our behavior. Consider two people faced with the same investment opportunity. The person with a scarcity mindset immediately focuses on potential losses, past failures, and reasons why they can't succeed. Their brain, programmed to protect them from perceived danger, triggers stress responses that cloud judgment and prevent action. Meanwhile, the person with an abundance mindset approaches the same opportunity with curiosity, calculated optimism, and a willingness to learn and grow through the experience. This difference in mental programming extends far beyond single decisions. It shapes your entire relationship with money, success, and opportunity. Your mind acts as a filter, screening all incoming information through your existing beliefs about wealth. If you believe money is scarce, difficult to obtain, or that wealthy people are somehow unethical, your brain will find evidence to support these beliefs while overlooking opportunities that could lead to greater abundance. The remarkable aspect of this mind, wealth connection, is its plasticity. Your current thought patterns aren't permanent. Through conscious effort and consistent practice, you can rewire your neural pathways to support wealth creation rather than wealth limitation. This process begins with awareness, develops through intentional reprogramming, and culminates in the automatic execution of wealth-supporting thoughts and behaviors. Understanding the mind as your wealth gateway requires acknowledging both its power and its malleability. Your thoughts create emotional states, which drive actions, which produce results. This cycle, repeated thousands of times, forms the foundation of your financial reality. By taking control of this cycle at its source, your thoughts, you gain the ability to transform your entire experience of abundance. The wealth-building journey ahead isn't just about accumulating money. It's about expanding your capacity to receive, create, and maintain abundance in all its forms. This expansion starts with understanding that your current financial situation is a reflection of your past thoughts and beliefs, not a prediction of your future potential. The mind that brought you to this point isn't necessarily the mind that will take you where you want to go. As we delve deeper into the principles and practices of wealthy thinking, remember that your mind's gateway can either restrict or expand your access to abundance. Every wealthy individual, whether self-made or born into prosperity, maintains specific thought patterns that support their relationship with abundance. These patterns aren't secrets. They're learnable skills that anyone can develop with the right understanding and application. Your journey to abundance begins now, not with external changes or circumstantial shifts, but with the fundamental recognition that your mind holds the master key to wealth. The chapters ahead will guide you through the process of unlocking this potential, removing mental barriers, and establishing the thought patterns that naturally attract and sustain abundance in all areas of your life. Lesson 3. Changing your money operating systems. Your relationship with money runs deeper than you might realize. Like a computer's operating system that determines how all programs function, your money operating system governs every financial decision, reaction, and belief you hold. This internal programming began forming in your earliest years, shaped by your family's attitudes, societal messages, and personal experiences with money. Think back to the dinner table conversations about money in your childhood home. Perhaps you heard phrases like money doesn't grow on trees or we can't afford that. These seemingly innocent statements became part of your unconscious programming, creating deep-seated beliefs about the nature of money and your relationship with it. Every time you witnessed your parents stress over bills or absorbed their attitudes about wealth, your money operating system was being coded line by line. The good news is that, like any operating system, your money programming can be updated. The first step is becoming aware of your current settings. Pay attention to your automatic responses to financial situations. Do you immediately tense up when checking your bank balance? Do you feel guilty when spending money on yourself? These reactions are not random. They're direct outputs of your operating system at work. Your money story, the narrative you tell yourself about wealth, is another crucial component of your operating system. This story might include beliefs like rich people are greedy or I'll never have enough. These narratives act as filters through which you process all financial information and opportunities. By consciously examining and rewriting these stories, you begin the reprogramming process. Installing new money software requires consistent practice and reinforcement. Start by challenging each limiting belief as it arises. When you catch yourself thinking, I can't afford this, replace it with, how can I afford this? This simple shift moves your brain from shutdown mode to solution mode. Create new neural pathways by deliberately practicing abundance. Focus thoughts and behaviors, even when they feel uncomfortable at first. Visualization plays a powerful role in this reprogramming process. Your brain doesn't distinguish between vividly imagined experiences and real ones. Spend time each day visualizing yourself confidently handling money, making wise investment decisions, and experiencing the ease and flow of abundant resources. These mental rehearsals help overwrite old patterns with new, empowering ones. Take active steps to expose yourself to new money perspectives and information. Read financial books, attend workshops, or work with a money coach. Each new piece of knowledge helps debug old programming errors and install more effective wealth. Building protocols. Your current money operating system took years to develop. Give yourself permission to take time with this upgrade process. Pay special attention to your emotional responses during this reprogramming phase. It's normal to experience resistance, fear, or discomfort as you challenge long-held beliefs. These emotions are simply your old operating system's security protocols trying to maintain the status quo. Acknowledge these feelings without letting them derail your progress. Each time you push through resistance, you strengthen your new programming. The ultimate goal is to create an operating system that automatically runs on abundance rather than scarcity. When fully implemented, this new programming will transform how you perceive and interact with money. Financial decisions become clearer, opportunities become more visible, and your natural state becomes one of positive expectation rather than worry or lack. Your new money operating system serves as the foundation for all the wealth-building principles and practices you'll learn throughout this journey. Lesson 4. Creating mental wealth maps. The human mind excels at turning abstract concepts into concrete realities through the power of visualization and structured thinking. Just as a cartographer creates detailed maps to guide travelers through physical terrain, we must develop clear mental maps to navigate our journey to abundance. These wealth maps serve as both compass and blueprint, directing our daily decisions while keeping us aligned with our greater vision of prosperity. The process begins with allowing yourself to dream boldly about what true abundance means to you. Rather than limiting yourself to conventional definitions of wealth, expand your vision to encompass all forms of richness, financial freedom, meaningful work, enriching relationships, vibrant health, and spiritual fulfillment. Take time to sit quietly and let your imagination paint a detailed picture of your ideal abundant life. See yourself moving through your day with purpose and joy, making decisions from a place of overflow rather than scarcity. As your wealth vision takes shape, begin plotting the specific coordinates that will guide your journey. Consider the major milestones that mark your path to abundance. Perhaps it's reaching certain income levels, launching a business, acquiring assets, or achieving specific lifestyle goals. Write these down with precise details, including target dates. This transforms vague wishes into concrete objectives that your mind can work towards systematically. Your wealth map must also account for the terrain you'll traverse along the way. What skills will you need to develop? Which relationships should you cultivate? What habits must you establish or break? Map out the resources, education, and support systems required at each stage. This level of detail helps your subconscious mind recognize and seize opportunities that align with your abundant future. The most effective wealth maps include multiple routes to your destination. Rather than fixating on a single path, cultivate the flexibility to recognize and pursue various channels of abundance. This might mean developing multiple income streams, exploring different investment vehicles, or remaining open to unexpected opportunities. Think of your wealth map as a living document that evolves as you gain new insights and experiences. Action alignment is where many wealth-seeking journeys falter. Having a brilliant map means little if your daily choices don't move you in the direction of your goals. Examine your current behaviors and decisions. Do they reflect the thinking and actions of someone progressing toward abundance? Your wealth map should influence everything from how you spend your morning to how you invest your resources. Measuring progress requires looking beyond traditional monetary metrics. While financial milestones are important, true wealth manifests in multiple dimensions. Track improvements in your thinking patterns, the quality of your relationships, your energy levels, and your impact on others. Notice how your definition of abundance expands as you progress, encompassing richer and more meaningful aspects of life. Wealth mapping is not about rigid control, but rather about creating a framework for abundance to flow naturally into your life. Stay connected to the feeling of your vision while remaining detached from exactly how it manifests. Some of the most significant breakthroughs often come through unexpected channels that your wealth map helped you recognize and receive. Your mental wealth map becomes more detailed and refined through daily practice and attention. Each morning, review your vision and reconnect with the feeling of living in abundance. Throughout the day, check your actions against your map, making course corrections as needed. Let your wealth map serve as a powerful tool for transforming abstract dreams of prosperity into tangible reality, guiding you steadily toward the rich life you envision. Lesson 5. Health, Relationships, and Rich Thinking. True abundance extends far beyond the numbers in your bank account. When we cultivate a wealthy mindset, its effects ripple through every aspect of our lives, most notably our health and relationships. The interconnected nature of these elements creates a powerful trinity that, when properly aligned, generates unprecedented levels of prosperity. Our physical well-being serves as the foundation for all other forms of wealth. A rich mind naturally gravitates toward health, conscious choices, recognizing that the body is our most valuable asset. Wealthy thinking people understand that investing in their health, through proper nutrition, regular exercise, and adequate rest, yields returns that far exceed any financial investment. They approach their health with the same strategic mindset they apply to building wealth, seeing each healthy choice as a deposit in their energetic bank account. The correlation between wealth consciousness and physical vitality is striking. When we operate from an abundance mindset, our stress levels naturally decrease, our immune system strengthens, and our body maintains better hormonal balance. This optimal physical state then creates a positive feedback loop, enhancing our ability to think clearly, make sound decisions, and maintain the energy required to pursue our goals. Many successful people attribute their financial achievements not just to their business acumen, but to their commitment to physical wellness. Relationships represent another crucial dimension of rich thinking. Those who truly understand abundance recognize that meaningful connections multiply wealth rather than divide it. Rich thinking people approach relationships as opportunities for mutual growth rather than transactions. They understand that every interaction carries the potential for expansion, whether in terms of knowledge, opportunities, or emotional fulfillment. The wealth-conscious mind naturally attracts and maintains high-quality relationships. These people tend to form deeper, more authentic connections because they operate from a place of fullness rather than need. They give freely of their time, attention, and resources, knowing that genuine abundance flows through open channels. This approach creates a network of relationships that naturally supports and enhances their prosperity journey. Your relationship with money itself transforms when viewed through the lens of holistic abundance. Instead of seeing money as a scarce resource to be hoarded, wealthy thinkers understand it as one of many forms of energy that flow through their lives. This perspective allows them to maintain a healthy balance between accumulating wealth and enjoying life's experiences. They recognize that true richness comes from the ability to harmonize all aspects of life: financial, physical, and relational. The integration of health, relationships, and wealth consciousness creates a powerful synergy. When you prioritize your physical well-being, you have more energy to invest in relationships. Strong relationships provide emotional support and opportunities for growth, which in turn support better health choices and wealth creation. This virtuous cycle continues to build upon itself, creating expanding levels of abundance in all areas. Consider how your current approach to health and relationships reflects your wealth consciousness. Are you treating your body as a valuable asset worthy of investment? Do your relationships amplify your abundance or drain your resources? The answers to these questions often reveal important insights about your overall relationship with prosperity. Rich thinking requires viewing your life as an integrated whole rather than compartmentalized segments. When you begin to see how each area influences and enhances the others, you can make choices that support your total well-being. This holistic approach to abundance creates a solid foundation for sustainable wealth that encompasses all aspects of a truly rich life. Practicing wealthy thinking in health and relationships might mean choosing foods that energize rather than deplete you, surrounding yourself with people who inspire growth rather than complacency, or investing time in activities that nurture both body and soul. Each choice becomes an affirmation of your commitment to living an abundantly healthy and connected life. Lesson 6. How to remove lack from your language. Words shape our reality in profound ways, creating the framework through which we experience life and manifest our desires. The language we use acts as a bridge between our thoughts and our external world, programming our subconscious mind and influencing our actions. When it comes to abundance, our words can either open doors to prosperity or reinforce barriers of limitation. Many people unknowingly sabotage their wealth creation through scarcity-based language patterns. Phrases like, "I can't afford it," "that's too expensive," or "money doesn't grow on trees" become self-fulfilling prophecies, training our brains to focus on lack rather than abundance. These seemingly innocent expressions carry deep psychological implications, cementing beliefs that limit our financial potential. The transformation begins with awareness. Start paying attention to your daily dialogue about money, success, and resources. Notice how often you use words that imply limitation, struggle, or scarcity. Do you frequently talk about what you lack rather than what you have? Do you habitually complain about prices or express anxiety about financial matters? These patterns reveal your underlying beliefs about abundance. Shifting to abundance language requires more than simply replacing negative words with positive ones. It demands a fundamental change in how you perceive and express your relationship with wealth. Instead of saying, "I can't afford it," try, "How can I create the resources for this?" Rather than lamenting expenses, express gratitude for the value you receive. When discussing money, focus on flow rather than limitation. "Money comes to me easily," instead of "money is hard to come by." The language of possibility opens new neural pathways in your brain. When you consistently speak about abundance, opportunity, and growth, you train your mind to recognize and attract these elements into your life. Your reticular activating system, the part of your brain that filters information, begins to seek evidence that supports your new linguistic patterns, creating a positive feedback loop of abundance awareness. Abundance language extends beyond money-related conversations. It encompasses how you speak about time, energy, relationships, and opportunities. Instead of saying, "I don't have time," say, "I choose to prioritize differently." Replace "I'm exhausted" with "I'm recharging my energy." These subtle shifts create expansive rather than restrictive mental frameworks. Practice conscious communication in your professional life as well. In meetings, negotiations, and business discussions, use language that reflects confidence, capability, and abundance. Instead of undercutting your worth with phrases like "this might be too much," or "I hope this is okay," speak with assured value. "This investment reflects the quality and results I deliver." Written communication deserves equal attention. Your emails, social media posts, and written documents should align with your abundance mindset. Review your digital footprint. Does it reflect scarcity or prosperity? Are you sharing messages of limitation or possibility? Each written word contributes to your overall wealth consciousness. Language is both personal and contagious. When you shift your vocabulary toward abundance, you influence those around you. Your children, partners, colleagues, and friends unconsciously absorb and reflect your linguistic patterns. By consciously choosing words that empower and expand, you become a catalyst for collective abundance thinking. The mastery of abundance language creates a new reality framework where prosperity feels natural and achievable. Your words become seeds of possibility, planted in the fertile soil of consciousness. As you continue to nurture these seeds through consistent, abundance-focused communication, you create an ecosystem where wealth can flourish naturally and effortlessly. Lesson 7. Your environment reflects your mindset. The spaces we inhabit hold more power over our mindset than most people realize. Every object, every room, and every person in our environment sends subtle messages to our subconscious mind about what we believe is possible in our lives. Think of your environment as a mirror reflecting your inner beliefs about abundance and success. When you walk into a cluttered room filled with unopened bills, broken items, and unfinished projects, you're swimming in an energy of scarcity and overwhelm. Conversely, a well-organized, beautiful space that brings you joy creates an energetic foundation for attracting more abundance. Your physical environment goes beyond just your home or office. It encompasses every space you regularly inhabit. The car you drive, the restaurants you frequent, the stores you shop in, and the neighborhoods you spend time in all contribute to your wealth consciousness. This doesn't mean you need to live in luxury to attract abundance, but rather that you should intentionally create and seek out environments that make you feel expansive, inspired, and aligned with your vision of success. The digital realm has become an equally important part of our environmental influence. Your social media feeds, email inbox, and online communities shape your mindset just as powerfully as physical spaces. Notice how you feel after scrolling through different types of content. Does your digital diet nourish your abundance mindset or feed your scarcity fears? Curating your online environment is essential for maintaining a wealthy mindset in our connected world. The people who populate your environment are perhaps the most crucial element of all. Their attitudes, beliefs, and energy become part of your daily experience and shape your own expectations about what's possible. Just as a plant absorbs nutrients from the soil it's planted in, your mind absorbs the dominant thoughts and beliefs of those around you. This absorption happens subtly, often without conscious awareness, making it even more important to be selective about your regular social connections. Creating an environment that supports wealth consciousness requires active curation. Start by decluttering not just physical items, but also relationships, commitments, and digital noise that don't serve your highest vision. This clearing process makes room for new opportunities and signals to your subconscious mind that you're ready for upgrade in all areas of life. Pay special attention to your workspace, as this is where many of your wealth generating activities take place. Consider incorporating specific environmental wealth triggers into your space. These might include symbols of abundance that resonate with you personally. Perhaps a piece of art that represents success, a vision board filled with inspiring images, or objects that remind you of past achievements. The key is choosing elements that genuinely elevate your energy and reinforce your abundance mindset, rather than following prescribed rules about what a wealthy environment should look like. Your environment should also support your physical and mental well-being, as these are foundational to maintaining a wealth mindset. Natural light, fresh air, comfortable temperatures, and ergonomic furniture all contribute to your ability to think clearly and maintain high energy levels. When your environment supports your basic needs effortlessly, you have more bandwidth to focus on creating and attracting abundance. Transforming your environment is an ongoing process, not a one-time makeover. As you grow and evolve, your space should evolve with you. Regular environmental audits help you assess whether your surroundings still align with your current goals and vision. Sometimes small adjustments can have profound effects on your mindset, and consequently, your ability to attract and maintain wealth in all its forms. Let your environment become a powerful ally in your journey to sustained abundance, reflecting back to you the prosperous future you're creating. Lesson 8. Rewire to receive. Letting go of guilt. One of the most insidious barriers to wealth consciousness is the deep-seated guilt many people carry about having or wanting more. This emotional blockage often stems from childhood messaging, societal programming, or personal experiences that have created a complex relationship with abundance. The truth is, your ability to receive is directly proportional to your ability to release guilt and shame around wealth. Many of us have internalized limiting beliefs like money is the root of all evil or wealthy people are greedy. These thoughts create an internal conflict. We want abundance, but we feel guilty for wanting it. This cognitive dissonance manifests as self-sabotage, preventing us from fully embracing opportunities for growth and prosperity. Understanding that abundance is your natural state and that there is no virtue in unnecessary struggle is the first step toward emotional freedom. The process of releasing wealth guilt begins with acknowledging its presence. Notice when you feel uncomfortable receiving compliments, gifts, or financial windfalls. These moments of discomfort are signposts pointing to areas where guilt has taken root. Each time you catch yourself in these moments, pause and ask, what story am I telling myself about deserving this? The answer often reveals deeply embedded beliefs that need examination and release. Deservingness is not earned. It is innate. Just as you deserve to breathe clean air and drink clear water, you deserve abundance in all its forms. This fundamental truth can be difficult to accept when you've spent years operating under contrary beliefs. Practice sitting with the idea that you are worthy of abundance simply because you exist. Let this truth settle into your bones, your cells, your very being. Emotional clearing techniques can accelerate the release of wealth guilt. Energy psychology methods, meditation, and somatic practices help release stored trauma and limiting beliefs at the cellular level. Something as simple as placing your hand on your heart and breathing deeply while affirming I allow myself to receive can begin shifting long-held patterns of resistance. Gratitude serves as a powerful antidote to guilt. When you actively appreciate what you have while remaining open to receiving more, you create a healthy relationship with abundance. Start a daily practice of acknowledging 3 things you're grateful for and 3 things you're ready to receive. This balanced approach helps normalize both having and receiving more. The universe operates on principles of expansion and abundance. Look at the countless stars in the galaxy or the infinite grains of sand on a beach. By accepting your place in this abundant universe, you align with its natural flow. Your willingness to receive actually allows more abundance to flow to others, creating a rising tide that lifts all boats. Wealth guilt often masquerades as noble sacrifice or false humility. Recognize these patterns for what they are. Learn behaviors that no longer serve you or anyone else. True service to others comes from a place of overflow, not depletion. When you allow yourself to receive fully, you become better equipped to give generously. As you rewire your receiving circuits, notice how your relationship with money, success, and abundance begins to shift. Opportunities that once felt out of reach start appearing within your grasp. Unexpected gifts and synchronicities become more frequent. This is not coincidence. It's evidence of your expanded capacity to receive. Your birthright is abundance in all its forms: financial wealth, vibrant health, loving relationships, and joyful experiences. By releasing guilt and shame around receiving, you open the floodgates of prosperity. The universe is waiting to shower you with blessings. Your only task is to stand ready, arms wide open, fully present to receive. Lesson 9. Surround yourself with rich minds. The ancient proverb you become, the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with, has never been more relevant than in the pursuit of abundance. Your mind naturally attunes itself to the frequencies of those around you, absorbing their beliefs, attitudes, and ways of thinking. This powerful phenomenon can either accelerate your journey to abundance or unknowingly anchor you in scarcity. Creating your personal wealth council begins with a careful audit of your current social circle. Notice the conversations you regularly engage in. Are they filled with complaints about lack, or do they buzz with possibilities and opportunities? Rich minds naturally gravitate toward discussions of growth, innovation, and positive change. They share insights about investments, business opportunities, and personal development rather than dwelling on limitations or past failures. Mentors play a crucial role in this wealth-building ecosystem. These are people who have already walked the path you're on and can illuminate the way forward. A true mentor doesn't just share technical knowledge. They transfer their wealth consciousness through every interaction. They help you see blind spots in your thinking and challenge your limiting beliefs with the wisdom of their experience. The right mentor can compress years of learning into months by helping you avoid common pitfalls and optimize your decision-making processes. Mastermind alliances represent another powerful dimension of surrounding yourself with rich minds. These are carefully curated groups of peers who come together regularly with the shared intention of growing their wealth consciousness and creating abundance. Unlike casual social gatherings, masterminds operate with specific structures and accountability measures. Members challenge each other's thinking, share resources, and create collaborative opportunities that wouldn't exist in isolation. The concept of wealth thinking in communities extends beyond immediate personal connections. Joining organizations, attending events, and participating in programs where abundance mindset is the norm can dramatically shift your perspective. When you regularly interact with people who view wealth as a natural state of being, rather than an elusive goal, their mindset begins to feel normal and achievable rather than extraordinary. Digital environments also play a crucial role in modern wealth consciousness. The content you consume, the social media feeds you follow, and the online communities you participate in all contribute to your mental environment. Curating these digital touchpoints to align with abundance thinking can create a constant stream of reinforcement for your wealth mindset. The process of raising the abundance vibration of your circle requires both addition and subtraction. While it's important to add connections that elevate your thinking, it's equally crucial to lovingly distance yourself from relationships that consistently pull you into scarcity thinking. This doesn't mean abandoning old friends, but rather being mindful of the time and energy you invest in different relationships. Rich minds also understand the importance of reciprocity in building wealth consciousness. As you develop your abundance mindset, you naturally become a beacon for others on similar journeys. Sharing insights, making introductions, and contributing to the growth of others creates a powerful feedback loop that enhances your own wealth consciousness. Building your wealth ecosystem is an ongoing process that requires intention and regular maintenance. Just as a garden needs constant tending to flourish, your network of rich minds needs nurturing through regular contact, meaningful contribution, and authentic engagement. The investment of time and energy in cultivating these relationships pays dividends far beyond monetary wealth, creating a rich tapestry of connections that support and enhance every aspect of your abundant life. Your mind is constantly being influenced by the collective consciousness of those around you. By deliberately choosing to surround yourself with rich minds, you create an environment where abundance thinking becomes your default state and wealth flows naturally as a result of your elevated consciousness. Lesson 10. The rich life is already yours. The greatest secret of abundance is that it already exists within you, waiting to be expressed. Like a seed containing the full potential of a mighty tree, your current state holds all the elements needed for the rich life you envision. This understanding fundamentally shifts how you approach wealth creation, from chasing after something external to allowing your internal abundance to manifest in the physical world. Living from the end result means adopting the identity of someone who already experiences abundance in all areas of life. This isn't about pretending or fake. You make. It's sinking. It's about recognizing and embodying your true abundant nature. When you wake up each morning, you're not trying to become wealthy. You're expressing the wealth that already exists within you through your thoughts, decisions, and actions. This principle applies to every aspect of daily life. When you shop for groceries, you're not budgeting from scarcity, but choosing from abundance. When you interact with others, you're not networking to get ahead, but connecting from a place of having value to share. When you make business decisions, you're not desperately seeking success, but calmly expressing your inherent capabilities. This shift in perspective transforms ordinary moments into opportunities for abundance to flow. The sustainability of a wealthy mindset comes from this deep recognition of abundance as your natural state. Unlike external circumstances that fluctuate, this internal knowing provides stable ground from which to operate. Market conditions may change, investments may rise and fall, but your fundamental relationship with abundance remains constant. This creates resilience and allows you to maintain perspective during challenging times. As your awareness of abundance grows, you naturally feel called to share it with others. This isn't about giving away money or material resources, though that may be part of it, but about helping others recognize their own abundant nature. You become a living example of what's possible when someone fully embraces their wealth consciousness. Your presence alone begins to shift the energy in rooms, conversations, and relationships. This ripple effect creates what we might call the abundance multiplier, the phenomenon where shared abundance grows exponentially. When you operate from true wealth consciousness, you lift others around you. They in turn affect their circles of influence, creating waves of positive impact that extend far beyond your immediate reach. This is how individual abundance consciousness contributes to collective prosperity. Your personal wealth legacy transcends financial inheritance. It's about the lasting impact your expanded consciousness has on future generations. The children in your life learn about abundance not just from your words, but from watching how you live. Your business partners and colleagues absorb new possibilities through their association with you. Even casual encounters carry the potential to spark transformation in others. The rich life isn't a destination to reach, but a reality to accept and express. Every moment offers a choice. Contract into scarcity thinking or expand into the abundance that already exists. Your thoughts, words, and actions either align with or resist this fundamental truth. As you consistently choose alignment, external circumstances naturally begin to reflect your internal state. This journey of living from abundance requires presence and practice. It asks you to remain conscious of your choices and their underlying beliefs. It invites you to question any thought that suggests limitation or lack. It challenges you to expand your vision of what's possible, not just for yourself, but for all of humanity. The rich life isn't about accumulating more. It's about being more. It's about being more of who you truly are. The path of abundance never truly ends. There are always new levels of expression to explore, greater impacts to create, and deeper truths to embody. Each step forward reveals new horizons of possibility. This is the nature of true wealth. It continues to expand as you grow in your ability to receive and express it. The rich life is already yours. Your role is simply to live it more fully each day.